Season Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Step 180.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they're able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, Delta. Check. Fresno.
From the gun, Dalton Woods to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away in.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit and make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
218, chop.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
57. Hey, Alpha. 57 to Mike. Watch the curl. Hurry. One touch.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice this season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
The Bengals take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Hey, Haywood.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And an acrobatic catch there by Watkins. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
Here you go, Cam. Hey, Charlie. 58 to Mike. Watch the screen.
Fourth down. Dalton wants to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12.
And now to the air, Dalton going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's third down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Browns take over first and 10. Let's go. At their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for 3rd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
They run for it with Hunt. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And now it's 2nd down.
50 seconds to Mike. Hey, box truck. Bring it.
To throw, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Browns on third down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sip through.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Single receiver. Check nickel.
1st and 10.
368. Topper.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the slant. Check. SOS.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So Dalton now. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Nixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Dalton to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, Dalton. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield now. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A first down throw for Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down, and now 1 for 3 on 5th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Here's a run with Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside.
And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Mayfield. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carl Lawson, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On first down, Mixon. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep over them. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They're running it.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
58 to Mike.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Callaway on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Hurry! Point it right. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Here it comes! Here it comes! Hey! Alert! 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 Safety's creeping!
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. One last shot from Mayfield here. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Cincinnati, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the finals.
Yeah.